Right. So there's a lot of people who are out there trying to motivate others, trying to give out the message that people should get off their butts and get to work and push, educate, and whatever it is that people are doing out there. And I'm also one person who's trying to do the same or a similar thing. However, I'm just trying to show the work that I'm doing while I'm doing it, give advice while I myself am applying it. So for those people who think, yeah, that person has already done it, so I won't be like him, whatever. But what I've seen is that there's a lot of people who go out to try and find excuses or give reasons as to why certain things don't work or won't work. And I also follow quite a lot of people who do the same thing, give advice and whatever. And I've seen that there's some people who sort of always just try to give excuses on the comments or give reasons as to why this won't work or give reasons as to why it worked for that other person or as to why it worked for whoever and whatever. And it just frustrates me that someone would, in a sentence, focus on the part that can at least be faulted. I mean, if I say, if someone comes to you saying they've bought a certain vehicle, and then you come like, okay, why don't you buy a different vehicle which has this and this and this? Like, why don't you just focus on the fact that this person bought a vehicle? For them, that worked. For them, this is an achievement. For them, this is happiness. Why don't you pick up from that okay, perhaps I could also buy a vehicle, but since I would prefer to buy a vehicle that is like this and this, let me do that. So maybe let me clear up a bit of what I'm saying a bit better. A situation could be like when someone says, yes, manage your time, work for this many hours, exercise for this many hours, sleep for this many hours, whatever. And then someone would comment and say, yeah, but that's impossible. It's impractical to think you can manage your time like that and whatever. And sure, it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy to manage your time that efficiently. But if you actually put effort into trying to do that, you'll realize that it actually can work for you. So instead of you trying to find an excuse to tell that person, yeah, that won't work because of this and this, there are actually a lot of us who are making it work. So maybe something is wrong with you, and that person wouldn't just say that, do things like this when it's impossible. It is possible. It's not easy, but it is possible. People shouldn't have to apologize for being fortunate in some cases. So maybe you work very long hours and you stay far from work and you have to travel for a long period of time, and then when you get home you're flipping tired and there's no time for you to do this and this and this. The next person should not have to apologize for giving advice as to say that you should do this and this and this. That person shouldn't have to apologize for having more time than you do. What should happen is that you should try and find more time in your schedule. Don't blame other people for being fortunate. Don't blame other people for being less fortunate or for being in the situation from which they came or in which they find themselves. Pick from what people say, what can work for you, what you can apply in your life, and use it. Why focus on the parts that you think are trash? I don't get it. Why do people do that? So it's really about your mindset. If you tell yourself that, oh, okay, I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try and free up some space, stop watching movies, stop seeing some of the friends that I'm seeing, stop lazing around, stop sleeping for 10 hours or whatever it is that you think you can do better. Try and do that. And then, I don't know, something could work out for you. If you think you have to spend a lot of time in traffic going to work, leave early, wake up flipping early, go to work early, start working on your stuff there. Because I know if I used to do it when I was working. My friends and I used to wake up very early, go to work. Fortunately, our gym was by our office, so we used to drive early, go there and work on our bodies. And then by the time it's time to start working, we are there already. We don't get stuck in traffic. Nothing. And fortunately for us, we could leave early as well, so not get stuck in traffic going back. So you can find means of doing something. It doesn't mean that do exactly as that guy giving you advice is saying. No, just find a way that it can work for you. All right?